Hello, welcome to episode 223 in the Datapack tutorial series version 1.2.1.8. We're going to be playing around with Husk that uses ender pearls. It's a concept, so disclaimer, this is not finished. It's far, far, far from finished. But I thought I would show you what I've done, and then, well, kind of hoping that someone would say, hey, here's some ideas, this is how we can improve it. But we have a Husk, and we have to manually run the command at the moment. As I say, it is very much a concept. So we'll make him throw a pearl. Oh, off he goes. He's over there now. Okay, let's make him throw a pearl again. Hey, where are you going? He's going that way. So he's throwing it in the direction he's looking. Now, with Minecraft, if he's standing still and looking around, that's not necessarily the direction he's actually looking. So he's looking at me, but he might not throw that at me. Oh, pretty close. But if we switch to survival and we do it, he is looking at me. And suddenly he's behind me and then he's attacking me. I think if you had a few of these things doing this, it would be pretty terrifying, actually. Which is kind of what made me like the concept node. I'm going to go back to creative. There we go. I can't throw one. His pearls do have a tag. Now, we're going to make this. It won't take very long. And we'll have a look at what the problems are at the moment. We don't want you just wandering around. I'm sorry. Type equals not player. Yeah, I'm sorry, but you had to go. Okay, so let's pop over to the data pack. We haven't got much. We've got the throw pearl function. That's what I was running. And then when the pearl lands on the floor, which we check using a tick and the is on predicate, we teleport the husk. That's all we're doing. So let's not really waste any time. Let's do the predicate first. So off to misode. I've probably already done it. Yeah, I've already done it. Let's do a reset. Entity properties. Entity is this. Predicate will be a flag check. Is on ground true. Done. Let's copy that. Okay, let's take that back and we'll put that inside our predicate and we can use that later. There we go. Right. Throw pearl. Summon an item in front of the husk. Okay, so and here you'll see why this is definitely not finished. Execute at any entity whose type equals husk. Okay, so if we had more than one husk, they'd all be doing it at exactly the same time. We don't want that. So that needs to change. Anchored to its eyes, run, summon an item. That's not how you spell eyes, come on. We'll summon an item. I'll lift it up a little bit. And we'll give it some tags. Tags. How many tags do I want? Maybe two? Yeah, let's do two. We'll have pearl and we'll have init. Okay, and then I'll need to specify the item. And that will need an ID. And in there we'll put Minecraft Ender Pearl. Okay, we'll give it some... I don't think I need to give it motion because I'm going to copy some motion over the top of it. So let's leave motion off for now. But I'm going to give it a pickup delay because I don't want, if he throws it at the player, what will happen is the player will just effectively catch it and then it won't work. So we don't want that. We don't want the player picking it up. What's the highest number? Is it 36727? Or I don't know. It's probably not that number, but it's a nice high number that stops the player picking it up anyway. Okay. So we've summoned that in front of his eyes. Now we're going to summon a marker relative to the husk, but at 0, 0, 0. Execute at entity type equals. Again, I will point out this selector will need to be changed. In fact, because we're doing the same thing twice here. Execute at entity type husk. Execute at entity type husk. We should be doing that once to pick our husk, and then we should be calling another function. So just to stop us doing this check twice, which is a bit silly. And we're going to position at 0.0, 0.0, 0.0. Then we're going to be positioned a little bit in front. So in front would be this one. And I'm going to do run, summon. We'll just summon a marker. 1, 2, 3, and we'll give it tags. Tags. Direction. Okay. Then we'll copy the position data from the marker to the motion data of the Perl. So we will data modify entity at entity tag equals Perl. So we're not multi-user friendly. We're not multi-Husk friendly. As I say, we've got quite a bit of work to do on this. Tag equals init. We'll have to limit it to 1. That's the problem there, isn't it? Limit equals 1. Into your motion, we'll set from entity any entity whose type equals marker, whose tag equals direction, and again we'll have to limit that, and we'll copy it from your pos data, and we'll remove that marker because it's done its job. So we'll kill any entity whose type equals marker, and you see I'm not even using namespaces or anything. It is a concept. And we'll remove the init tag from that Perl as well. So tag any entity, any entity whose type equals item, whose tag equals Perl. And we'll put it on a tag equals init, remove init. Okay, so that will summon the item in front of his eyes. Then we will create a marker. We'll use that marker to get the direction that we should throw the Perl. We'll remove the marker and we'll remove the init tag. So we should have a Perl flying through the air, but it shouldn't do anything. Let's do a little quick reload. We'll summon you in there. And we'll try function throw Perl. Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay, that's probably the way you were looking. And I can't pick it up, of course. Let's do that again. Function throw Perl. You're different direction? You were looking over there, were you? Cool, that's all right. Let's kill at entity type equals item. Let's get rid of those Perls. So now we just need to check if they land on the floor. So we've got our is ground. Let's go to tick. We will execute as any entity whose type equals item, whose tag equals Perl. I don't want to use any Perl, so that tag will stop that. If items, I probably don't need to do this bit because we do have the tag Perl, but I'm adding it in anyway for now. If entity at s contents ender Perl. So we're checking if it is an ender Perl. Now it's kind of useless to do that because only an item with the tag Perl is going to be checked anyway. So we're kind of doing a double check. Not really worth it. If predicate is on ground at s, then we will run function teleport husk. Let's open up teleport husk. We'll remove the Perl, easy enough. Job done, and we'll teleport the husk. And here you can see as well, not multi-husk friendly because we're just teleporting the nearest husk. We're not teleporting the one that threw the Perl. And we'll say at s. We'll save that. We'll go back. We'll do a reload. And we'll run function throw Perl. Off you go. Cool. Okay. So, I kind of like it. It's a bit scary when you're fighting it and he's teleporting behind you. I can imagine if you had 3 or 4 of these doing that, it would make it rather hard to fight them. But we are doing things like this. Teleport nearest husk. So maybe in throw Perl, maybe something we would want to do first. Now, I'm not going to add any extra commands. These are just some ideas. Maybe we'd want to rotate husk to face nearest entity. So he's going to be throwing the Perl right at them. Maybe we want to do a raycast to make sure there are no walls in the way. So we'd probably want to do that. After we've summoned that item, we would probably want to link the pearl to the husk that threw it. So we would do that probably with like scoreboard linking. Let's say the husk has its own unique ID number, and then when it summons the pearl, it transfers the unique ID number to it. We'd probably then in teleport the husk that has a matching ID. And we'd want some effects, like a sound and some particles probably. But something else. When does the husk decide that it's going to throw the pearl? So check for a pearl item on the ground. Yeah, maybe we want some sort of. I'm just going to put it in tick. I don't know if it would stay in here or if it would be more of a scheduled function that ran every 10 seconds or so. Randomly select a husk. There is a chance to try and throw a pearl. Okay, so he would try to throw one. So what would he do? He would check if there's a player within range. Check if player in range. If there isn't, he doesn't throw one. And if there is, well, then I guess he goes off to throw pearl, and we'll make him face. The nearest player, and then we'll raycast to make sure there's no walls in the way, and then he will throw the pearl and link to it. That's the sort of idea. Can it be done better? I don't know. I've literally just had a little bit of spare time, and I thought, yeah, I'll play around with this, and this is as far as I've got. But what I did enjoy, did we get rid of you? We did. Oh, I'm sorry. But I did kind of like, it's a snapshot. There's a picture. We've got a picture of you now. Well done. I did kind of like the idea that you're not going to come and get me. Survival. I should have started typing much quicker than that because he's coming to get me now. See, I did enjoy this. I thought it's quite fun. There he is coming to get us, but now he's behind us. Maybe we could even raycast to find where the player is. It would be pretty cool if we could adjust how far he threw the pearl, because at the moment he kind of just lobs it as far as he can. Can he get me past? Can he throw it over them? Oh, he was see, there we go. He threw it this way because that's the way he was walking. That's the way he's facing. It looked like he was looking at me, but he wasn't. So if we had that rotate to face player, he would have thrown that at me, probably over the fences and got me. Anyway, I could waffle about this for ages. All right? Oh. And my computer's being weird. Don't know what's going on there. How do I get back to what I'm trying to do, please? There we go. I just wanted to take a screenshot with you. And you went all funny, didn't you? Yeah. Anyway, there we go. That's the concept. Husks or mobs that throw ender pearls to get closer to you. Any ideas? Any improvements? Let me know. I might play around with it again at some point because I think it's pretty fun. Anyway, have a great day. Take care. See you soon. Bye-bye.